For 75 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters has been in the Houston area providing mentors for thousands of children. Studies show those relationships improve school attendance, grades, and self-esteem. Here's the problem. Over 700 kids in our area are on the waiting list. Just 1 hour a week of your time can change a child's direction in life for the better. For our next guest, making a difference runs in the family. Pierce Bush has served as the CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters for the past 10 years. He's stepping down but not stepping out. He joins us with his little, who is now big, Jalen. Good morning.
Good morning. He is. He's taller than me, Deborah.
I know.
It's hard to believe.
Oh, yeah, because someone just said, oh my gosh, is this your little? Because they remember when you first were his big brother. All right,
yes.
The term little, the term big, explain that.
So Big Brothers Big Sisters has been around for 75 years in Houston this year, if you can believe it. It was started in New York a lot longer than that by a court clerk who realized that a lot of kids could benefit from the power of mentoring. Truth be told, everybody could benefit from the power of mentoring.
Yeah.
Deborah, I guarantee you've had some great mentors in your career.
1,000%. And one of them was actually Barbara Jordan.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, amazing. Yeah. And then obviously, for me, I was able to have my parents, as you've had your parents and your grandparents. I mentioned earlier, you come from a family of service. Your grandmother, Barbara Bush, former First Lady. Literacy programs were very important to her. Children were very important to her. I know your dad, he served with me on the board of the Salvation Army and those programs as well.
There he is.
All right. Hey, Dad.
Neil.
All right. Yeah, Neil. There's Neil. All right. Coming across Big Brothers Big Sisters, how did you come across that? Because when you are from a family like yours, everybody's at you to serve.
Yes. So I signed up in 2009. Jalen and I were just reflecting on it. We met, if you could believe, about 2009. I was just about the age Jalen is now. Jalen's turning 23 next year, so I was 23 at the time. I went to the University of Texas, and a young female encouraged me to sign up. She said, you'd be a really great big brother. And I signed up thinking I would change a life. I walked into the Big Brothers Big Sisters building back in December of 2009. I'll never forget the moment. Walked in, I met this young man. He was 6 years old at the time, so he's almost 23. And I quickly realized my life would never be the same.
Oh, wow.
And I realized that realized I'd get way more out of it than I put in.
Yeah, and that's what happens oftentimes when you volunteer. You think you're helping someone else, but you learn a lot yourself, and you're giving a lot yourself. So, Jalen, explain to us what life was like for you at that time and some of the struggles that you were dealing with in your family.
I mean, it was awesome. My parents were great. Everybody was there for me, but it's nice to have somebody that's not in the house be there for you. Somebody where it's like, sometimes you hear things from your parents and it's like, oh, y'all my parents, y'all gonna tell me this.
Oh, you are my son. Right now,
kids.
you are my son. Yeah, right, mom. Yeah, and then when, and parents, it's like, you're right, they're busy, but then you have this extra friend that you can confide in a different way than kids will confide in somebody and have extra time one-on-one. Do you have brothers and sisters?
No, I'm only child.
Oh, you're an only, all right, yeah. So you have somebody else that can really be your big brother, right?
And that, our first outing was to the zoo, and Jalen, again, I was a young guy at the time. Deborah had a little more hair.
Yep.
And Jalen was asking me all kinds of questions, like Pierce. He couldn't pronounce Pierce exactly, one syllable. He's mastered that over time. But he said, Pierce, if you lose your hair, will you still be my brother?
Oh.
And what I realized then in that first initial meeting was this was going to be a relationship of the last lifetime. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, Pierce. Here's the thing. Jalen had a family who, for him, things were good, but for a lot of these kids, things are not good. It's really this relationship is even extra.
Deborah,
important.
I'm a believer. My life has been changed by positive mentors. Every single kid, and if you look at study after study, and Jalen said it great. No matter who you are, people need somebody who's outside of their house and outside their school to be in their corner. If you look at what makes kids excel, it's social capital. And that's what Big Brothers Big Sisters is all about. We've been doing it for 75 years here in Houston. You said at the intro, I've kind of moved on from being the CEO, but I will always bleed black and green, which are Big Brothers Big Sisters colors. I met my wife through this program. But really, look, humans are meant for relationship, Deborah. You know this.
Right.
And that's what Big Brothers Big Sisters are all about. It's about connecting two individuals who might come from different walks of life, but who both gain through the power of relationship. And studies show that it's really good for both the volunteer and the little brother. And what I love most about seeing Jalen now grow up is this young man is a mentor to hundreds of kids. He just finished, I don't know how successful the football season was, but he coached What, one team or two teams, Jalen?
Well, I coach the varsity team, but we help out with everyone. So
Yeah.
All right, Jalen, what lessons did you learn through this relationship with Pierce?
so much, just how to be a genuine human being for the most part. How to like just treat other people nice. Like if you hang around Pierce long enough, you'll see that everything he does it like it's the best thing of his life, no matter how big or how small it is. So like just always meeting people with happiness and treating people nicely.
And what I love is, like you mentioned, different walks of life, but and two different races, right? All that stuff disappears because it's about being humans.
100%. 100%. I mean, at the end of the day, humans are humans, and we are built for relationship, Deborah. And there's too many things in this day and age that try to divide people, when really, at the end of the day, we all want the same things.
Yeah.
We want prosperity. We want a chance to live a great life. We want freedom. All
And someone
those
to
things.
believe in us.
Yes.
All right. Tell us how it works. Okay, I mentioned earlier that just an hour a week
Sure.
can make the difference. But okay, so how it all works is, let's say you sign up right now.
Yeah.
What happens next?
So yeah, we need, and by the way, we need particularly men to sign up. We have over 700 kids on our waiting list in our 75th year. Most of them are young boys whose parents have raised their hand, or they've raised them themselves, saying, I could benefit from a positive male role model. When you sign up, you go through a elaborate screening process. We value safety so much. And then we will look at kind of what your interests are. We'll interview the kids and the families, of course, and we'll try to match on similar interests. In other words, when Jalen was 6 years old, he was really interested in playing sports. He was interested in, I mean, the guy could cut a rug better than I still can by a long measure. I don't know, so we didn't get matched appropriately on that condition, I guess. But they also said he was a big talker. And sure enough, he was.
That was a match.
Yes. and sure enough, he was. And so the staff does an incredible job of building compatible relationships that have similar interests. And then again, once you make it past the 1.5 year mark, these matches last for so long. Kim, who was on in your first segment, husband is a long-time Big Brother.
That's what she said. She did. She had seen you two
and
grow
they're
over the
matched
years.
for life. And
Yeah.
that's the wonderful thing. This is Jalen and I will be there for each other till the end of our times.
Wow.
For sure.
Yeah, I've talked to so many people in the past who the littles have said, first time I ever went to a baseball game, or first time I ever went into a corporate office, and I thought maybe I can grow up and do that too. All those things become first times for them. And so we also heard from so many parents, especially single parents, who are just struggling to put that food on the table, who love having that comfort of that extra relationship and that extra guidance there. Sometimes they struggle to give enough to their kids, right?
Yes.
So it's such a great program, and as you mentioned, you'll get more out of it than you think you're giving at times.
100%. I mean, that's just how things work in life.
Yeah.
When you give and you give selflessly, you end up getting tenfold back, if not more.
Yeah. All right. So Jalen, do you think at one point you'll be a big?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And what is it
100%.
you hope to do for someone?
I just hope to do what Pierce did for me and just provide life into somebody who doesn't see it. Like Big Brothers Big Sisters use the term defend potential, and I truly feel like they do a great job at that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just need somebody else to unlock that talent.
I remember and you probably did this too. I remember my son looking at me going, when am I going to get a brother or a sister? Okay, honey, let's not talk about that. This would have been so much easier. Instead, I had a bearded dragon, 2 dogs, a cat, and everything was trying to substitute for, hey, how about that? He goes, it's still not a big brother or big sister. This is the way to do it right here. And then I'm just going to round out with, again, what kind of characteristics are you looking for in someone who wants to do this?
We're not looking for perfection, Deborah. A lot of people don't sign up because they say, well, maybe I made this mistake in college. Look, you learn from your mistakes. And frankly, if you can help somebody else not make the same mistakes, what a gift.
Yeah.
So we're looking for somebody who's caring, who's empathetic, who's not wanting to put in to a young person something, from their own essence, but wants to, as Jalen said, kind of defend what's already there.
Yeah.
We believe that every single child in this incredibly diverse, large city has God-given innate potential.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes somebody else to kind of call that out. And that's what Big Brothers Big Sisters are all about. We believe that the ingredients are already there.
And what would you say to somebody who's sitting there thinking about it right now? Sign up.
Sign up. The best thing you can do is sign up.
Yeah, just sign up. All right, so I'm thinking the presidential ticket in what year? How old are you? You're a little young
I'm
right
22.
now. Yeah, okay, we'll go wait a little bit. Okay, here it is right there. All right, thank you so much.
Thanks, Deborah. So
All
good to see you, always.
To become a big or find out more information about Big Brothers Big Sisters, visit BBBSTX.org, BBBSTX.org, and make a priceless difference in a child's life.